Hello, all of my darling viewers. Actually, hello, all my 10 subscribers. I counted them. There's 10. That's fine. We're a baby channel. We love this. Okay, well, welcome to my video. And it's not going to be a mukbang kind of video today. What it is like eating my lunch, talking about school. Okay, so I know in my previous video I said that I was going to talk about Versailles and the Louvre more, but I just didn't feel like doing that. And yeah, I can do that because it's my channel. So we're not going to do that. I also didn't see a lot of engagement, so maybe we'll do that later. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. So instead, we get to eat some A&W, good old Canadian food, and talk about school. Okay, so
the reason why I the reason I decided to talk about school today was because in Canada, students are going to be going to school pretty soon because it's already August 10th, I think. So yeah, kids are going to school soon. So I just thought that since school is a really interesting subject right now, considering the situation with the pandemic, I would talk about it.
So, things I will be talking about. To go to school or to not go to school in this situation. When I say school, I mean post-secondary. If you are going to post-secondary, what should you study? And third, is it okay to change your degree? So, those are the 3 things we're going to be talking about. And just for a reference, I have changed my degree so many times. So many. Oh my god. I'll tell you the whole story. Okay, but first, should you go to school or should you not go to school? So, it's kind of tough because, sorry, your plate. It's kind of a hard situation because, so I'm specifically talking about Alberta here, okay? So, Alberta, post-secondary is going to be mostly online unless your class is small enough, maybe for music courses, my sister has music courses, those are going to be in person. And then so music courses are in person. Some language classes are in person, really small courses like that. Probably postgrad and postgrad and doc courses will be in person just because the student capacity is very small. So those are going to be in person, but the rest, business, sciences, arts, those boys are going to be online for sure. And since tuition also is going up, people are should I even bother to go to school, even though I'm just going to learn off of YouTube videos and pay more than I would have last year? And it's a tough decision because who knows how long we're going to be doing it online, right? So, oh my god, my skirt is covered in ketchup now. This was such a bad idea. So, who knows how long it's going to be online for, right? Who knows if it's going to be online for the winter semester and then maybe even next fall, you don't know this. So you're is there a point in me delaying it a year if it's going to be like this for a while? I don't know. But then also, there are some people, like myself, who just want to get their whole degree over with, Finish it, get it over with, be done, be gone, move on to bigger, better things. So that's the thing. I just don't know. Is it black? It's black. I couldn't tell what I wanted because they had no option for that, but I'm happy they did black. So to do that or to not do that is the question. So many people who do clinicals and stuff like that, they can't do that, so they're just forfeiting a year. They're not going to go to school for a year. They're going to work or something, and I'm that's great. If that's what you want to do, that's what you can do. But for me personally, it's not going to work. So you just have to find out, are you okay with extending your degree another year and just like taking this as like a discovery year, a working year. I can't really travel. Kind of like those years, or are you gonna sacrifice the quality of the education for being able to finish it earlier, So it's kind of like this whole discussion. Talk to whoever's financing your degree, if that's yourself, your parents, your grandparents, the government, whatever. Actually, don't talk to them with student loans. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's your own money. Pretend no. Yeah, so just like talk to whoever's financing your degree and be like, is this something I want to do? Even though it's going to go up and the quality of education is going down just because of like the fact it's online. Of course, profs are like doing the best they can, but it's just like an online class is never going to be the same as an in-person lecture, obviously. So that's the thing, right? Yeah, so that's just, it's up to you. Like, really, you just gotta figure it out. Like, my mom was like, it's perfectly fine if you decide to, like, not go to school this year just because of, like, what's going on. I was like, thank you so much, Mom. Thank you for being supportive. But I do want to go to school because I got GTFO, So, yeah. Also, this is, like, almost all lettuce. So that's great. This was a mistake, everyone. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, there wasn't really a lot to talk about because it's like, it's really up to you. It's a personal decision. Let's talk about what to study in school. My goodness. This is so hard. This is almost as hard as Calculus 1. So, there's so many more options to study than what people tell you, Like, growing up in an Asian household like me, for example, my dad was like, yeah, dentist, doctor, engineer. My mom was like, do whatever you want, girl. It's your life. So I was like, okay. So I just picked one that pleased my dad, but also pleased me. And it was econ. I liked the math, I liked the business. And then it was, it was cool enough, it was businessy enough for him that he was like, yeah, that's fine. So, like, there's so many students I know that, like, they go and study something. Satari? Because of what their parents want them to study, Like, they're forced to be a pre-med or engineering or something. And that sucks. It really does. So, if you can't study what you want to study, maybe, because everyone has options, like options in your degree, take like options that interest you. You can do that, and then maybe you can go to post-grad and study that instead. Like, but, hold on. I want to take a bite of the burger. Aww. It's so good. Another thing that our parents don't understand, because it's a different time, different generation, is that you can't just have an undergrad. Maybe if you're nursing, if you're engineering, if you're education, maybe, Of course, like, more education, higher salary, obviously. But, like, for arts, for sciences, like, you can't just have a degree in biology or a degree in economics. Like, in this day and age, like, you really have to, like, make yourself stand out from the crowd. So, having a master's, having a PhD is really intense. We'll talk about that later. It's just, having a master's will just, like, differentiate you from the group. And that's what you want. And it's different, because when our parents went to school, like, not all that many people went to school, right? Like, not like the numbers now. And so then just having, like, an undergrad, they were like, yeah, it's fine. Like, we don't have that many applicants. But now it's like, competition, yikes. So, study what your parents want you to study in the undergrad if you have to, and then pop off for your master's. Like, go wherever, study whatever. And like, honestly, I'm sorry. I know the whole Asian thing is like, don't study what will make you happy. Study what will help the family. I totally agree with that though. I totally agree with like doing something to like help the family and help like the family prosper. But like also, like you can't just sacrifice everything for the family, right? Like you have to do what makes you happy. So like in Crazy Rich Asians, Eleanor wasn't completely right. So, yeah, so that's what I think about that. Obviously, I'm not like an academic counselor, so I can't really say a lot, but I can say a few things. Okay, but now we have to talk about that. But I didn't get any on my skirt this time. The real interesting part of this discussion, something I want to talk about was, they're cold now because I've been talking for so long, is that changing your degree. Okay, listen. So yeah, your parents are like, dog, be a pre-med, and you're like, a pre-med, like, I love it black. I'm so sorry. I just need to like, I wish you could see that. I don't want to spill it. It's so beautiful. So, pre-meds, that's something that is like laughable. Like, if there's any first years watching, if you call yourself a pre-med, wherever school you're at, I'm going to hear you and I'm going to laugh at you.
Ha ha ha, dum dum.
Nobody's a pre-med, okay? There's no such thing as a pre-med. Everyone's a pre-med. So guess what? Med takes any degree. Don't call yourself pre-med. It's so okay to change your degree. Like when you get accepted into a program, there's nothing that says you have to stay in that program. You can change. You can go back to the original. You can do something completely different. Let me tell you a story. Story time. So, okay. So when I applied for school, I only applied to U of A. Because I knew I'd get in. 100% chance that I was going to get in. If I didn't get in, they lost my application or something. So. One more bite, I promise. It's just such a mess. Like, I wanted the extra lettuce, but at what cost? So, okay, so I applied to U of A. I only applied to U of A because I knew I would get in. And my parents were like, you sure about that? And I was like, yeah, dog. And they're like, shouldn't you apply to U of C too? And I was like, no, it's fine. So I just applied to U of A. And then I went to the French campus. Originally, I applied into the French campus, like the French faculty at U of A. Because I went to French immersion. I was like, whatever. For econ. And then I wanted to go to business after. But you have to, like, do 1 year. And then you can apply into the business. And then you do 3 years in the business. So it's 4 years overall, but only 3 years in the business school. It's weird. So yeah, so I did that, and I hated it, okay? I did not like the French campus. It was so far away from everything. I think I talked about this in my other video about the library. Yeah, so far away from everything, so then I transferred. So, in second semester, first year, I'll transfer to the main campus at U of A. So, yay. But I was still in econ. And then I did my second year in econ. But I really wasn't vibing with it as much, you know? It was kind of like, I don't know how much I like this. Like, and then I also started taking French classes. Like, not French classes at the French faculty, but French classes at the main faculty, main campus. I loved those. Oh my god. I made so many friends. I loved it. Had such a good time. People were so kind, so much nicer than the French faculty too. So yeah. So we did that, and then I was liking the French a lot. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna add it as a minor. So econ major, French minor. And then third year, so last year, I was taking a lot more French than econ because I liked it more. I didn't really like econ that much. I didn't like econ that much anymore. I was like, over it. And so my mom could tell I was over it too. And she was like, you sure you like this? And I was like, no. So, then, yeah, so, then, okay, so, you need, like, did I really just, it doesn't even matter. So, okay, so for arts and sciences and these things, you need, like, a certain number of credits outside of your faculty. And so, my friend and I, being so smart, we were like, okay, we'll just take fine arts credits, you know, like art and stuff. And we were like, well, our history is part of fine arts, so we'll just take fine arts credits and it'll be super cool. So we did that in the second semester of last year. And then we were actually dumb and we figured out that fine arts merged into arts. So we were just taking another arts course. And she was like, no, I don't have space for this. I can't be another arts course. Like, if I'm going to take an arts course, I might as well be history because she's a history major. And I was like, that's fair, but I really like it, so I'm going to stay in it. So I stayed in it, and I loved it. I didn't think I'd love it as much as I did, but I had so much fun. So I was like, I love art history. But, like, for the winter semester, we didn't get grades. We only got credit or no credit because it was, like, Corona time, the beginning. So I didn't know really how well I did. But I got credit, so I was like, I must be good at this. So then, I was like, okay, we're going to do econ major, French, art history double minor. Yeah. And then I was talking to my friend Valentina. And she was like, well, you should not just do, like, double minor. Like, what's the point? Like, do a double major and a minor. And I was like, maybe you're right. Because when you apply for jobs, they don't care about your minor. They care about your major. So if you have two majors, they're like, ooh, hi. So I did that. I switched it to econ French, double major with a minor in art history. But then I realized I'd have to take so many more econ classes, like 6 or 7 more, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But if I had an econ minor, I would be done it. So I was like, oh, that's an obvious choice. So I switched it to a French art history double major with a minor in econ. I have my minor completed. I finished my French major in the fall. And then for the winter and all of my 5th year, I get to do art history classes exclusively to finish my art history major, which I'm very excited about. I love it. So I goes to show. I went in art history. No, I went into econ, trying to please my dad, go into business, but found out I really didn't like it. Found something I liked even more and changed that. My sister changed her degree. My friend Stephanie changed her degree. You'll change your degrees. You'll change your life plans. it's just like how university works. Like it awakens you. So don't be scared. If you're studying something you don't actually like, don't be scared. Don't be scared to change it. And like, sometimes the academic advisors actually suck. Like the ones at the French campus did nothing for me. I had to go to the main campus to get help or ask my friends. So the advisors won't always be the best help, but you can always go online, ask your peers, ask your professors, and they'll know. So don't be scared. Do what you gotta do, you know? And like, honestly, with university, if you don't study something you like, for those 4 years, you're gonna be miserable because you're gonna have no motivation to succeed academically, and then you're screwed. So study something you like. Instead of it becoming something you have to study, it's more of something that you want to learn because you're passionate about it. That's the way it should be. So, those are my 2 cents. Yeah, so we had to ramble on about school. Just don't be too stressed about school. Wait. Okay. Yeah, don't be too stressed about school. Don't worry too much about it. Just talk to people. See if you actually want to go to school despite everything. Because online learning is not for everyone. It's certainly not for me. It's certainly not for my friends. We're all miserable. Just how it is. So, yeah. And then try to pick something that, number 1, you enjoy. And number 2, your parents are okay with paying for it if they're the ones financing your education. Because, you gotta respect that. And then number 3, if you go into something you don't like, it's okay to change it. 100%. It's okay. Actually, Rachel changed her degree too. All of my friends have changed degrees. Except for one. No, that one has 2. All of my friends changed degrees. So, that goes to show. It's okay. Also, don't be scared to do university in 5 years. 4 years is absolutely insane. I don't know anyone who's doing it in 4 years. All my friends are doing it in 5 years or 4.5. So, anyways, that's just spiel in school. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, DM me, whatever. I know a lot about school because I go to school. But Quantum! That's my budgie, Quantum. He's kind of the worst. In terms of art history, I'm taking my Irish art history class. So I think I'm going to film that video tomorrow. When people think of art history, they always think of like Renaissance and French art, but there's so much more than that. It's so fascinating. I still haven't got around to choosing a topic for my East Asian art video. I don't know. There's so many topics. Maybe I'll talk about Gutai art. If anyone knows what Gutai art is, tell me in the comments down below because I'm going to be really shocked. But Gutai art is basically like post-World War Japan situation. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. So I think I'll talk about that. Anyways, I didn't finish my whole meal because I'm really full. But I'm going to finish it after I end the video. But thank you for watching my video. I hope I shed light on some things. If you could hear me, I did have my trusty mic, so yeah. Message me if you have any questions. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much. And I will be back with more content. Guys, also my birthday is in 9 days. It's on the 19th. So, wish me happy birthday. And it's Leo season, so respect all your Leos. And go outside, have fun in the sun, wear your mask, wash your hands, take care of yourself, take care of others. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!